Good evening, everyone. How are you guys doing? How are you doing on this Saturday evening? Welcome to Podcasters Live Pomodoro Work Session. I hope you came ready with some stuff that you needed to get done. Um, as you know, I love to do these purely kind of selfish reasons because I really enjoy, one, going live, and then two, actually having some measure of accountability when I actually want to get certain things done. And I can, of course, do it on my own in the office or go somewhere and do it. But for me, having that extra layer of accountability when you're trying to get certain things done and having some people out there that are also actually working and getting certain things done. That's why I actually like to do these sessions as well. I've gotten a lot of really good feedback, from these where people are actually able to kind of get a lot of stuff done, which is really cool. So it's not just me, but it's other people out here in the community that kind of find some time to actually get certain things done. So I just want to say hello to a couple people. Hey, Scorpion, and Scorpion, this is exactly what this is for. You'll be here just working in the background, 100%, 100%. This is exactly what these things are for. What's going on, Sammy? Cool. How you doing, guy? And my man Victor. Yo, yo, yo. What's going on, dude? Good to see you here. So one of the things that I wanted to do, I didn't change up the format. I added a couple of pieces based off some feedback, So one of the things that I will be doing is doing a quick productivity tip session. Actually, it's going to be like a repeat of this morning. If you guys weren't on my the Podcasters Live Academy piece, just going to go through a couple of those, and then we're going to move into the study sessions. But one of the things that you guys know, I love to have music playing in the background. So I'm going to put my headphones on right now, actually. I got because I, I typically, I typically don't have my headphones on until I actually get somebody on the air or something like that as well too. So I'm just gonna go and put them on. One, because I want to hear the music as it's playing, and I don't want there to be any reverb or anything like that. Same old thing, taking things down and building things back up. Yeah, man. Dude, how many cameras did you have on today? You had like 7, 8 10, maybe 10 cameras on your thing today. I think I kind of stumbled upon it. You had all those cameras going on. Dude, that's just crazy, man. Crazy in a good way. Crazy in a good way. Crazy because I appreciate that as well. All right. So once again, we'll start the music up a little bit. Oop, turn it down. And I'll probably turn it up a little bit when I start the session. 12, so yeah, 12 plus cameras. Yo, that's just crazy, dude. That's just crazy. That's just crazy. So today, um, the academy, we actually did three different tips, and then I actually brought on PJ, who actually happens to be my virtual assistant over in the Philippines, and she's just simply amazing. And we went over three kind of productivity tips, and I just wanted to kind of talk about them real quick, and then we're gonna move into kind of the kind of to the sessions, and then kind of move forward from there as well too. All right. So what we talked about was choose a project management tool that you're comfortable with. So when you start to think about, your podcast, you start to think about your live stream, you start to think about things that you need to actually get done. The tools that you use are super important. And before I move on, I want to know in the chat, give me one tool or project management tool or process tool that you currently use that you find extremely beneficial. So if you can, just go ahead and put that in the comments, whether you're here live or actually on a replay. I would really like to know. More importantly, I think the community would like to know, because I think just like myself, the community, we're always looking for different tips and tricks and different things that will actually help us kind of become more productive. So if there's something that you guys are using that you find that's extremely valuable, go ahead and put it in the comments. But you have to choose a project management tool that's going to actually have to work for you. So there are so many different ones out there. Airtable, Monday.com, Google Docs, Google Sheets. I use Notions, and I'm actually putting together. I'm gonna do it next Saturday, because I'm gonna be on location in Orlando next Saturday. But probably the Saturday after that, I'm actually gonna do a walkthrough on the Academy of my Notions and how I use it for my podcast, how I use it for processing my guests, all of that. It's a very simple tool. I love it because it's a little old school. The Notion is, because you have all these other products out there that have like fancy aesthetics and user interfaces and things like that. But what I found is that the simpler, the better. So find a project management tool that's going to work for you, that works within your workflow and your process too. So if there's something that you are using, in that you're finding a benefit to over time, once again, put that in the comments. And the reason I kind of paused there is because I've tried them all. I think just like a lot of people in the community, I've tried them all. When I was going live streaming, I tried all the different platforms for live streaming, and settled upon ecamm.live. Of course, as many of you know, I still use StreamYard from time to time, but it's a great tool. So if there's a tool that you're using that you really like, put it in the comments. Number 2 was set deadlines and commit to them. I chuckled on this one was because, when you think about your process, when you think about your concept, your podcast or your live stream, your marketing, everything that you do. You have to know yourself and your strengths and your weaknesses, and the things that you do well, the things that you honestly that you suck at. And I just put it out there, the things that you just like, that's just not my wheelhouse. And so I'm laughing because the setting deadlines and commit to them thing, when PJ and I were talking about them, one of the first things I told her was like, dude, I like doing all of these different things, and I want to do this and I want to do that, I want to do that. And she's been great at kind of helping me, like, okay, that's great, but this is what we need for the podcast. Right. And so being able to, and then that has helped me crystallize my thoughts, and also, kind of laser focus me on the things that I need to actually get done. And then those deadlines don't seem so daunting because I'm not trying to do X, Y, and Z. I'm really focused in on keeping the main thing. So when you're setting deadlines and you need to commit to them, keep the main thing, and stop trying to do all these other little things that are outside of your wheelhouse or your zone of genius. As we have Miss Cher Jones in the building, and she always talks about your zone of genius and kind of farm out the rest. Number 3, use templates, workflows, outlines, and use them for repetitive process. I think the one thing that as content creators, even as podcasters, one of the things that we often want to, I guess, be beholden to is this idea of like creativity and living in the moment to create something that's relevant now. And if I have a template or a workflow or outline, I'm not going to be able to exercise my creative muscles, right? I hear that a lot, and I think I used to think like that too, and I honestly feel there's nothing further from the truth. When you actually have a template or a workflow or a process, it actually helps the creative process, and actually helps you. That creates a little more discipline within that process. Because you want to make sure that you are bringing out the best in whatever idea or concept that you're trying to bring forth. And so if you have a template and you can run it through that, or workflow, and you can run it through that workflow and you're getting similar results, I think it's important for you to actually have something like that in place, or to start thinking about having something like that in place. The one thing I've learned in my in my leadership career in retail was around repetitive processes. There's nothing new in retail, from my experience. When we would go into a store, it opened at the same time. The customers would come in. We knew when July 4th was, Labor Day, Christmas, Thanksgiving, right? These are all repeatable, processes and dates and things like that. And we actually typically know what happens. So for me, understanding and having a repetitive process, or a process that's repeatable, is something that's extremely important. And I think you're able to refine it over time. But the first thing is actually going to have to be getting something in place before you even start. And then just trying it out and see if it's going to work for you. And once it templates and workflows channel your creativity 100%. So once again, if you guys have any tools or things that you guys use right now that help you with your workflow, help you set deadlines, also use templates or anything like that, please go ahead and let me know. If not, I'm gonna go back here. So one of the things that I often do with this is that if anybody wants to come on live, with me, and we probably won't chat too much. Probably will chat like near the tail end of one of the work sessions, because I typically try to go 45 seconds. Excuse me, 45 seconds, 45 minutes for the workflow, and then kind of keep it moving from there. So let me know. You can either DM me, or let me know if that's something that you want to do, and we can go forward from there. All right. Where's this at? So this is, I'm going to stop this clock for a second. So these are the things that I want to get accomplished. This is going to be my first, session And these are certain things that I want to go ahead and get accomplished within the first 45 minutes. Let me know. Give me 1 or 2 things that you're looking at to try to get accomplished in this first 45-minute session as well. I would really like to know that. That way we can hold each other accountable as we can move through this, and everybody can get a lot of stuff done. All right. So we're going to start the clock at around start the clock again at 45 seconds, and 45 minutes, and keep it rolling. I am going to shut this puppy down from a vocal standpoint and probably take my headphones off, because then I can I'll keep my headphones on because I can focus in on the music. All right. Let me know if you have any questions, thoughts, concerns. I'll try my best to, interject them as we go through the 45 minutes. All right. We'll talk to you a little bit. I love this song, by the way. This is a dope song. Another one of my favorite songs. another one of my favorite songs, just in case. Alrighty, we are at the 1 minute, 1 minute 30 mark. We will be taking a break. Oh, it sounds like somebody like intermission, person. We will be taking a break shortly for you to do whatever you need to do. Refresh your coffee, refresh your beverage, or whatever that may be. And we're gonna take a quick 10-minute break, and I come back, just chat about some of the things I was able to get accomplished. I would ask that you put it in the chat right now. What are some things you were able to get accomplished in this first session? Because I want to put them up there and talk about them a little bit. Not talk about your stuff, but just acknowledge that you got some stuff done, and then possibly what you're going to get done in the second half. Also, if you want to come on live with me for the second half, we'll probably have a shortened second half, and then maybe just do like a brainstorm session, since have people up here that may want to come up. We can get some stuff done, probably about a good 20 minutes, and then maybe 20-25 minutes, and then do a brainstorm session, just about like kind of what you got going on. What are some of the things that you're working on? I just think it's advantageous that you're able to kind of speak whatever it is that you want kind of into existence as well. And that's what we will do after a quick little 10-minute break. See you guys in a little bit. I'm going to keep the music going. All right. Let's go back to the session. How's everybody doing out there? I hope you're able to get a lot accomplished. And get some things done. You know, if you're still out here, still listening, whether you're looking at this live or on a potential replay, which is some of the music that's going in the background, I want to know what you got accomplished. Were you able to get certain things accomplished? Because I know sometimes it's difficult with the busy schedules that a lot of us have to kind of carve out time to just kind of sit down and focus and get things done, whether it's the small, like minute things that we don't necessarily think about on a day-to-day basis, but they need to get done in order for the big picture, for your content, for your job, for whatever it may be, to actually get accomplished. So that part is extremely important to me, making sure that I'm tackling some of those things that I don't like to do as much as possible. All right. What'd you guys get accomplished? If you guys are still there, Scorpion, Cher, I don't know if Dr. Elo or Dwayne are there. If not, no worries, man. No worries. If you want to come on live, let me know. Raise your hand. Give me a little thumbs up emoji, and we can go in and get this puppy started. Once somebody is still working the episodes, excellent. How are they coming? Is it it's just editing that you're actually doing, for your podcast? And is this don't you have a new one, Scorpion? Right? I thought you had a new one too that you were thinking about. You have 2 more to go. Okay, good. Now, Scorpion, you're in Minnesota, if I'm not mistaken, right? Because I was just in Atlanta a couple of weeks ago, and not a couple of weeks ago, a week or so ago, and we did marketing for the culture, and I think it would have been a good opportunity, that you would have liked to kind of connect with some people and help them understand a little bit more about this whole podcasting thing and what's going on with that. It was a great opportunity, so hopefully I'll get the opportunity next year when it's going to be in Houston. It's supposed to be pretty cool, so I'm actually excited about that. If you are, I forgot some of the. Actually, let me make sure I put these comments up so everybody has a frame of reference for what I'm saying. You have 2 more to go. I forgot some of the information, so I had to re-listen a bit to each episode. Yeah. Yes, I have a new podcast coming up. Actually, that's it. My introvert thoughts. That's interesting. That's a great podcast. I think that's actually going to be pretty cool. I am not an introvert, so maybe I should do like the opposite of that one. Maybe I should do my extrovert thoughts. Oh, excellent, Dwayne. I'm glad you're still here, dude. I'm glad you're still here. If you wanted to hop on or something like that, I think Cher's going to be hopping on here in a little bit too, possibly. And we could just, do like a quick 20 minutes, and then we can do some, brainstorming, something that you've been thinking about doing or that you've actually already started the process of doing. And we can talk a little bit more about that as well too. Yes, it was really good. It was really good. One of my biggest takeaways from that is actually what's going on. So share, give me a thumbs up. And what's going on? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Yo, it was a pleasure connecting with you. A. Lee Judge, I connected with him at the Marketing for the Culture in Atlanta the other week. Big podcast guy, doing some really big things down in Atlanta. It was a pleasure connecting with you, dude, as well. So Cher, I think I sent you the link already. Um, so you can go ahead and check on that. And if that's what you want to do, um, I'm just gonna make sure I sent it to you. All right. What you got going on? Lee, I'm gonna call you Lee. What you got going on? How's everything going on in your world? If you wanted to connect, I am here just doing this this little Pomodoro Work session where I just take some time out and focus in on a couple of things I want to get accomplished, and I do it live. One for just a measure of accountability, not just for myself but also for the community. We typically have a lot of people that kind of come in and join, and they just listen in the background, but they're also getting stuff done. So it's just another and a different way to connect with your community as well that I actually enjoy, because I get a lot of stuff done when I do that. And once again, if you are interested in coming online, let me know. I think I sent one to share already. Scorpion and Dwayne, one of you guys, let me know. We can go in and get the second session started once we get one or two more people on here. Oh, there we go. Look who just joined the building. What's going on?
Nothing. And this is so good. I love when you do these things because it forces me to channel my focus, which is always difficult. But I'm
Channel your
here.
focus. Good. I'm glad you're here. Glad to hear. Good to see you. Good to see you. You got a good hair day going on. I can tell.
Yeah, some days it's a good day, some days not so much. But you know what? I will take it when I get them.
Excellent. Let me see. I thought I heard somebody else chime in. But no, what'd you get accomplished? Anybody else want to come on? Let me know. As well too. So let me know.
So I was a little distracted.
Yeah.
I'm one of those entrepreneurs that struggle with ADHD,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just accepting it as a real thing. So it took me a minute to get calibrated and focused. So yeah, I can't say I checked anything off my list yet. Oh,
Yeah.
I did do one thing, but it wasn't on the list, so I won't claim it as that was part of the plan.
What was it? You can't share. You don't want to share. If you don't want to share, no
Oh yeah,
worries.
no, I can share. Remember, so you know how I'm a AppSumo junkie.
Yeah, addicted. Yeah.
So I just signed up for UTeach because the course that I'm working on, I do want to be able to go live for this course,
Right.
and so I need it in a contained platform. And I know we were debating, the different options and opportunities, but the cool thing with AppSumo is you can test it for like 60 days, and if you don't like it, if it's not working for you, then you take it back. Although I've rarely done that, but
Yeah. So
yeah.
you pulled the trigger without me, and that's okay.
No, because because I wanted to see how the registration process was, and then how we can get extra of the same tier. So I was just kind of searching, doing the research.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool, man. Cool. What's So you were hanging out with me down at in Atlanta. We're together
I
in
was.
Atlanta, and I think one of the major things that we took away from Atlanta was around the metaverse,
Yeah.
right? And there was a presentation. Tina, I can't remember Tina's last name. I don't want to say Bonner.
Black and Meta.
Black and she did something. It was a Black and Meta, and I think we were sitting there. We were both kind of like, oh snap! Like, dude, like we got to do something. We got to do something about that. What was your big takeaway from that? Because I'm gonna be doing something with one of my guests coming up, String Nguyen, and we're gonna be talking about the metaverse and also NFTs. But what was one of your takeaways?
Well, for me, it was just one of those things where you recognize how much you are already kind of doing things that are metaversy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
And then the thing is, I don't want to be left behind. I don't want to stick my head in the stand and kind of ignore it. When I kind of have a toe in the space, right? So it's like there's a lot of turnoffs around, like especially like the whole cryptocurrency and NFTs and like, and the turnoffs really are not because the market is so volatile. It's just because I don't know enough yet. And that's on me.
Mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm,
for me, it's about exploring this and maybe sharing the journey along the way. Right. So
yeah,
that I think is really important as I figure this, as we figure this stuff out.
yeah,
And
mm-hmm,
knowing that I don't want to be a late adopter to this.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
that's really important to
No,
me.
I think that's great. I think that's critical. I think that was one of the major things that when I was sitting back listening, I was just like, oh man, this is gonna be. I mean, it's already big, but this is
Mm-hmm.
actually gonna be, massive. And then how do you,
Massive.
yeah, how does it translate into what you're currently doing? Whether it's as a coach, podcaster, live streamer, or whatever. And I honestly got to say it's the opportunities are endless because it's still new. There's still a lot of people who are afraid of it. I was at first
Mm-hmm.
as well, but there's going to be a lot of people who are going to be early adopters, and I think if you don't take that opportunity to kind of jump in there and kind of think about your world and the world that's to be differently, then you are going to be kind of left behind. So I don't want to be
Oh,
left behind.
exactly.
You know.
Like Web3 is happening, just like when you and was it James Cridlin were
Hmm.
talking about
Hmm.
like the
Hmm.
future of podcasting, and I thought you called it podcasting 2.0. It's the
Yeah.
same thing. It's all
Yeah.
this integration of it's like layering in technology as an interface,
Hmm.
right? And that's literally what we're doing now. So it's like, let's be ready for this, and let's not again stick our head in the sands just because it's new, it's scary. And I'm a Gen Xer, right? So it's just
Hmm.
like one of those
Hmm.
things where it's like I've seen technology evolve so much, but I don't want to be like a boomer and just be like, oh, I'm not doing this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel like
Yeah.
that Saturday Night Live skit where it's like, we didn't brush our teeth way back in the days and we liked it that way. I don't want to be that. I want to be able to be like, know more about them better than my kids, right?
I know.
So
Yeah. Exactly. 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 We don't want to be the dinosaurs in the room. So,
yeah.
all right. So, as I promised, I do want to do. I do want to concentrate and do some uh, some work as well.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna add this little timer up top there.
So do you want me to pop out and
No,
jump in later?
no, 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 no. You can stay on. You can stay on. And once again, everybody else wants to jump on within this 25-minute time frame because I do want to get some work done, right? Because Sharon and I can chat up the entire night.
Yeah, we're good for
But
that.
I asked if you do want to come on, let me know. And then after this little 25 minutes kind of work session, then we can just chop it up a little bit more. All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna move my mic, but
You gonna mute me? Can you mute? Oh, I'll mute.
yeah, you can mute yourself. All right.
Okay.
And I'll mute myself too. All right. Cool beans. Let's go and rock it out. All right. What's so funny? Stop laughing.
I can't help it. It's kind of weird to see your face like in like triple 3D. It's like here, it's here, it's here, it's here. It's everywhere.
It's called meta.
Yeah, I'm feeling kind of meta right now.
You're asleep.
Only my eyes.
And my arm.
They're weaklings. Your arm and my eyes.
take you home.
Maybe it's love. When you were playing that record, what were you thinking?
I still love you.
All right, superstar. What'd you get accomplished? Nothing.
Oh, I did actually this time.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Excellent.
So that course that I told you I was working on
Mm-hmm.
in the comments before, I took it off paper and I put it in my planner. So I said before I like fancy, so I use Trello, and I just my whole thing right now is to take things out of my notebooks, because I've got like a million of these
Yeah.
filled with
Oh.
notes. And
Yeah.
that's a problem, right? Because even today I was going through them and I realized how many amazing content ideas were sitting dormant
Mm-hmm.
in these, right? And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I just taking it off the paper into a space
Yeah.
where I can see it all.
Agreed. Dr. Yellow, you working too, man. Hey, let me know if you want to hop on, man. But here, so here's the funny thing. And all this stuff you're just talking about taking, so this is okay. I'm old school.
So am I.
I'm old school, like back in the day, they used to talk about like some of the best ideas were put on a napkin, right? At lunch, talking to somebody, you jot down ideas. So this is all of my notes. You can't see, these are all just notes and things that I still need to transcribe over to my brain dump area. So I still need to do that. So you're swooping out of all. Yeah, that's just crazy.
Dude.
See,
Yeah, it's crazy. And today, I was going through my notes on my phone and taking those and organizing them and tagging them and stuff like that. And what I think the heartbreaking thing is just to see so much content that is dormant, right?
Yeah.
When it should be out there. So it's good though, because I think the most important thing is to really corral your ideas, and then to also, you talk about pillars all the time, to making sure that you can either dead those ideas, because some of them, they were just ideas, but like, I don't want to look at these notebooks again. I won't want to wonder, did I start
Right.
something and then leave it? So this stuff definitely takes time to dedicate to actually do the work, but you just have to remember how much time you invested into writing those notes over months or even years if you have them, and just get them out there.
Yeah. Dr. Elo, you're talking about ClickUp. I would love to hear more about that, man. If you wanna hop on and talking about ClickUp or whatever, dude.
I'm already on it right now. I'm looking.
ClickUp?
ClickUp.
Oh, it's like
Oh, the
another
project management platform.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, it's like another one of those things. I sent you something, Dr. Elo, if you wanted to hop on and put it in your what's it called? Your Facebook.
The one
Messenger.
app to replace them all.
Yeah, exactly. That's how people are. They're going crazy about it.
Yeah.
I'm familiar with it, but not that familiar with it. Where I haven't even used it. Oh, that's okay, man. Dwayne, that would be man. Love to join, but non-stationary. 100% next time, man. I would love to have you on, man. I know we've all. I think we've connected virtually with, I think, Lita and other things, and of course I've been watching your show. I know you've checked out mine a couple times, man. I appreciate the encouragement and support. But yeah, I would love to have you on one of these Pomodoros when we start to do the kind of brainstorming session, because I'd love to hear what you got going on with your live stream, and where you want to take it, because I think that's important, that as creators, we just sit here and just kind of talk a little bit more about what we got going on, but also to try to add some value, which is the Cher's favorite word, value.
Oh, my favorite.
Hashtag value. Hashtag value, man. If you're not creating value, then
no, we want to give you actionable takeaways that you can actually convert into ideas, into money, into visibility, into community, into success. That's what we want to do.
Yeah.
So that can be summed up in one word, value, but we're so sick of using the word value that we'll take the long route to get to where we want to communicate.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's just like, value is not a bad word. It's just, we're just so sick of it.
Yeah. I mean, like, the other word was pivot. Like, I think it's 2021, that word.
Yeah.
And I got
even personal branding, I'm sick of that word, but yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah,
They didn't
your
mention.
brand, your brand, your brand.
I
But
know,
yeah,
right?
your brands.
Yeah, it's like, and then me, it's niche down, whatever.
Mm,
Niche down,
mhm.
niche down. Like, go ahead, like, the more you know about yourself, the more you say no. I'm making fun of my Steve-isms,
Mm.
because they just kind of always flow off the tongue, and just as much as we start talking about value, there's probably certain things that we may say that people are like, dude, okay, next time you say that, we're like take a shot
Well,
of
that
whiskey or something
it's
like that.
interesting because like that's a key indicator that you actually are working in your space, right? Because
Yeah.
when you get sick of the terminology, that means because you're working in it, right? You're doing it, right? And you've been doing it. Where because like anybody I'm working with their brands, they're telling me these exciting things and they feel like it's like everybody knows this stuff or everybody uses these words all the time. And I was like, actually no. So
Yeah.
we have to be like we have to recognize that because I cannot stand the term personal branding. I understand it, I got to use it, that's because it's the most simplified communications, but I can't. It makes me sick, but it really does. I'm so sick of it.
We got Dr. Elo in the house. I've got a I'm actually pretty impressed with myself that I set this up earlier. Just in
Hey,
case.
look at
I
that,
set these
Dr.
up just in case.
Elo.
I figured somebody would hop on.
Here we go. What's going on? Hey, nice to
Hola,
meet you in
The
virtual person.
trio.
hola, ¿cómo está?
Tranquilo, chilling.
Look at that,
Ooh,
just
bien.
chilling.
Lee. Okay,
Yeah.
Lee wants to. I'll send it to you over on LinkedIn on Lee.
So you got a 4-board?
A what?
You ready for
I
this?
do actually.
So
nice.
Ailey Judge is going to join us too. So look, we're going 4. This is like CNN,
and I just made these. I just made these today too, which is crazy.
Look at you,
Which is
on the ball.
It's
Made for something.
that's
Dr. Elo and I have like a similar purple vibe going on. Like we could do a show. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at that. Look at the aesthetics.
All right,
you know
hold
what
up
I'm
a
saying?
second, man. Now you got me.
We should. Actually, we'll collab.
I'm gonna change my colors up too.
Oh, you're gonna change your
I wanna
colors.
be like I want to be like
you
the
don't
cool
want to be
kids.
lost.
I want to be like the cool
Change my
kids.
glasses.
You want to be like the cool kids.
I want to be like the cool kids, man. I'm gonna change my colors up in a second as soon as I send this over to Lee. I'm gonna be like the cool kids. Talk amongst yourself. Talk amongst yourself.
So Lee, Dr. Elo, what are you working on?
I'm working on this.
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A, that's
Yeah, and I just got a shake right now. I'm working on Agora polls. I usually set all my stuff so I can have it all, set up for scheduled basically for tomorrow or Monday or anything. So just getting everything up, set up before I before I go to sleep, basically. But
Before you go to sleep.
Too early.
See,
Today I'm gonna go late. Yeah, I know that. One of them
I'm
days.
feeling like this is gonna be a late night.
Late night.
Not everybody in the chat. It's gonna be a late night for you guys. You guys working it out. You're the pink. What's that? That's not like
That's purple.
That's pink.
That's purple.
In what world?
In the app. In the app that I have, that's purple, right? I don't even have my roadcaster set up, dude. I should have it set up, dude. I don't. I disconnected it. I think I restarted it. I restarted it, and of course, that is purple. See,
it's
not. No. Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
it's purplish.
Would you like me to look up a code for you? Do you need a color code?
I don't need a color code, man. I don't need a color code. I'm good. Look what we got in the building.
What's going on, man?
Hey.
Look what you got in the building.
Nice to meet you, man.
How's it going, everybody?
It's going well. How you doing, dude?
Great. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, man. Yeah. We just disconnecting, and one of the things I like to do with these is afterwards kind of bring some people on and just kind of brainstorm, talk about what you got going on.
Great.
Maybe we can and not just talk
You
about
never know.
collaboration.
Life-changing things could happen on these things.
I'm telling you, like that Chick-fil-A dude, like you now you make you got to stop with the Chick-fil-A
I'm
though.
thirsty.
Seriously,
I
man.
want some lemonade.
Yeah. So you got
I got one right in front of my house. So the kid wanted ice cream, wife wanted ice cream. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get one of them lemonade,
Just
whatever.
be that good husband.
Like,
Do you?
Yeah, I had to. Yep.
Lemonade,
Mhm.
that cool,
Sure,
refreshing
it was
drink.
all for them. Sure, it was for them. Yeah, sure.
Of course.
Yeah, it was for them. Yeah,
You
definitely.
didn't have to twist your arm.
Yeah. Seriously, I got to go to Chick-fil-A. All right, fine. You know.
Across the street.
Oh, God.
Fine.
So
Jeez.
needy, so needy. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Kids.
Again.
Those are your kids. Those are your kids sending me to Chick-fil-A. Not my kids.
Yeah.
Your kids.
So needy.
And then you get like a brain freeze. I hope you get a brain freeze for teasing us with that, dude.
I don't get those.
You don't
It's
get
hot
those?
as hell, man. It's too hot to get a brain freeze right now.
I know. Well, you're close because you're close to me, right?
Yeah.
You're outside of DC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was freaking. It was boiling today.
But you know, it's not the same as Puerto Rico, so it's not humid.
Yeah.
So it's you don't sweat. The sweat stays like the dots stay here. It's like, guy coming down. Oh.
That's Atlanta. We're hitting the 90s. You could drink the air down here today.
Drink
Wow.
the air. Drink the air. Yeah,
Out of
yeah.
control.
We stayed down there for a little longer till Monday,
Okay.
and did the aquarium on
Oh, it's beautiful.
on
yeah, nice.
on
It was
Sunday.
amazing.
Second
Yeah.
largest in the world. Yep.
This
The
hemisphere,
Coca-Cola company.
this side of the hemisphere, as they say. You know,
it.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah. That's what
You know,
they.
inside that same building, they have events facilities.
Yeah.
And I went to a conference there once, and the whole wall of the conference room was the aquarium.
Oh, nice.
And this,
No, that's hard.
imagine this though. This lady's trying to talk at the front of the room, right? It's a
Mhm.
long room. She's
Mhm.
at the end of the long room, and she's talking. And as she's
Shark.
talking, this beluga whale, the
Oh, yeah.
size of a Greyhound bus, comes up to the window and starts looking at everybody. And I'm like, I would hate to be her because she's getting shown up by this whale. I mean,
Yeah,
everybody's like,
I think
is
Well,
this
he's there
whale
looking at her.
playing with us?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, she had a new audience member, but nobody's paying attention to her because there's a whale the size of a bus at the window.
Yeah,
But she
yeah.
doesn't know that though. She's right behind it. So.
Did she break character? Did she break character and turn around?
Did
And-
not. She did not.
Okay.
And it wasn't behind her. It was the whole right side of her room.
Oh,
So
I
she's
got
facing-
you.
Wow.
She's facing
Oh,
the
way
audience.
behind. Okay.
And to her right, the whole right wall is glass, is aquarium.
Yeah.
And so while she's talking to everybody in the audience, she's looking at, they're like trying to pay attention to her.
Yeah.
But there's a
That would be
whale.
me. I'd be so distracted.
There was this share sent me this video of this dude. I don't know what aquarium they were at or where they were, and it looked like a dolphin. It was like two fish together, right? And the dude, you could probably find it on Instagram or Facebook or something. The dude leaned over like to like kiss the top of the
No,
The,
he had
the
a little
fish
fish
just-
in his
the-
mouth.
the
He had
fish
to
hair.
feed it. Like,
Yeah.
first
And
of all,
the-
crazy.
The thing, the fish popped up. Yeah, he popped up, hit him, knocked him out cold, and he fell in the tank.
Oh.
I saw that. I saw that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally. I was
He
like,
had a little fish dangling from his mouth to feed them. Mm-mm. I'm
what
just
you
like, first of all, mistakes have been made. What the hell were you thinking? This is a great way to stay focused, guys. So
Yeah.
let's like corral this conversation. So
Yeah, go for it. Go for it. Corral us up.
I
Go
know
ahead.
I'm already like taking over.
That's
All
okay.
right. So
That's what
Lee,
you
what
do.
are you
Go
working
for it.
on today?
So it's interesting because you caught me in the studio and I'm editing podcasts. So I couldn't really listen. I was trying to like listen to you guys or listen to the music that was playing, but I was like, well, I can't do that 'cause I'm also listening to audio. So
True.
I'm muting back and forth. And so
Mhm.
I happened to unmute and I saw you guys talking. So let me just pivot around and see what's going on.
Love it.
Nice,
Love
nice, nice. What can you tell us what podcasts that they are? And you got to kill us
I
after you tell
can.
us.
No, this one is it's called the Live Richer podcast.
Mm.
And
nice.
this particular client, I love, we produce a lot of podcasts, and I don't listen to all of them, but some of them
Yeah.
I really want to listen to.
Mm-hmm.
And this one is all about financial success. And so their guests are people from like the Dave Ramsey studios, all those people,
Mm.
people who are like, people who have done some amazing things like Paulo Ono, I think it is. He's an
Yeah,
Olympic
yeah, yes,
star, right?
not a speed skater.
Right. So they were asking, how do you go from where you were to now where you are now, and what do you do with all that money, and just a lot of great financial advice. Every week is a financial expert
Mm-hmm.
or someone who's done something amazing in their life, and now how you deal with that money.
Mm.
So
Mm.
I listen to that like, I'm
Oh,
a
yeah.
fan.
Yeah, that's good.
That's
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. Go ahead, share.
It's great when you get a
Continue to take control.
client that it's great when you get a client where you actually like their work and you're like
Yeah.
super excited about working on their stuff,
Exactly.
because that's not always the case. It just is what it is. It just either doesn't resonate, or they're on their way to getting there, but they're not there yet. And
Yeah,
that's why
because
they're
when
working
it
with
comes
you.
to my clients, if I'm like, who do I want to edit? Who do I need to like look? I have several producers, right? And if somebody's behind, I'm like, okay, which one do I need to produce myself this week? Oh, I'll take that one. The one I want to listen to. I'll take that one.
boss.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can delegate all that one. Like, no, not that one this week. I'll let you, I'll let Dr. Elo edit that one. Man.
What happened was
I'll send it to Elo, man. Give it to Mikey, right? You remember that?
Yeah.
Remember that commercial?
He'll eat it. Mikey eats anything.
Yeah,
You
Mikey
got a
edit
Mikey,
whole
you got plans?
wall
You
of
got
Gen
plans,
Xers
Mikey?
right here.
We're dating
What are
ourselves.
you doing, Mikey? What are you doing tonight?
I know, right? I know.
So here's the thing. Let's see if they date themselves as much as we can. So do you guys remember there's a character, I'm not going to say his name yet. You know what I mean, Vern? Do you guys, does that
Yeah.
bring
Say Vern.
does that
Yeah,
bring
Vern.
back
Know what I mean,
anything to
Vern?
you? You know what I mean, Vern?
Yeah. Know what I mean, Vern? Yeah.
Ernest
Yeah.
was the comedian. Ernest goes to camp. Ernest goes to jail.
Oh, I love those
were,
movies.
yeah. It was so
I think
stupid.
it was a commercial at first, right? It wasn't a commercial, then
Exactly,
it got
and then
so
it morphed
popular, he got
into.
his own movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. What about the all right, since we throwing those out there, this is my brother Daryl, and here's my other brother Daryl.
Oh man, yep.
Remember that one?
To this day, when I meet somebody named Daryl, I think about that.
Yeah.
Like where's your brother Daryl?
Bob Newhart. Bob Newhart show. This is my brother Daryl. This is my other brother Daryl. All right, Corral's back. Share.
Yes, come on back.
Yeah,
all right.
back.
So what is the plan for the next 20 minutes? Are we brainstorming, or are we working for another 20 minutes? Brainstorming.
Yeah.
All right. What are we brainstorming?
If somebody has something
this is your idea.
Yes, if that somebody has an idea of something that they're thinking about doing, just put it out there. And let's talk about it, and not to test the validity of it, but just to, if you want to share what you got going on. So I'm gonna start with Dr. Elo.
All right, I was gonna start anyways. So
Boom! See, that's what I'm saying. That's how you take charge.
I've been thinking about doing a podcast about tech, specifically tech that I can use with live streaming videos or podcasting. So that's what I'm brainstorming right now with a friend of mine, Andy. He's from Europe, so we're trying to get the name down, brainstorm the name, see how, because we want a name that's not too niche-y. It's a little bit broad, so in case there's more stuff outside of the realm of whatever we want to do, it can apply. So I don't know, we've done, and it's stuff that you can buy. It's physical stuff like cameras, like it's not software or anything. It's just straight up tech. This is what I actually like. I have all types.
Is it going to be like a traditional podcast, like an audio podcast? Is it going to be a video podcast? Is it going to be a podcast or a show kind of thing on Amazon, for example, like a reoccurring show on Amazon?
Yeah, Amazon. We want to do audio. I do too much video right now. I want to do something that's simple, that's audio, that people start, learning about the products, and then they can jump in to the YouTube channel or anything to see videos about the same thing, because I do videos about tech as well. I do tech reviews. So yeah, I can. And I was going to start with the almighty Yeti, and I already took pictures on Best Buy and everything.
Did you just say Yeti?
At least for some.
Did you just say Yeti?
Oh yeah, the Blue
I
Yeti.
just
I want to
just
start with
took a
that one because
screenshot.
that is
I just took
the microphone that you don't need to buy, but it's the
Thank
microphone
you.
that it's everywhere and it's well promoted.
Ugh,
So it's
ugh,
it's there.
Yeah, it's been on my
okay,
to-do
so
list for like 2 years to do a video of me just complaining about people buying Yetis.
yes,
And then now finally I'm seeing lots of videos people making them. And then I went to someone's website just a few minutes ago, and no, I'm gonna call them out because I think no, never mind. But there's there's a lot of stock photos out there of people holding Yetis like this.
Yeah.
And it looks very phallic.
And
I'll say it. It does, and it looks awful. Like we were looking at a few people that were using,
yes,
like, they took their branding pictures. And they've got like a silver Yeti or a gold Yeti. I'm like, that looks
Wait,
so gross.
was it at least plugged in?
you know
Was it
That's a
that's a
good
plugged
great
in?
question.
question. I'm not sure if it was or not.
unplug.
Tom Buck just did he just did a video on the Blue Yeti, and
I saw he broke it down, right? He took
Unlocked.
it apart.
he broke it down, and then he actually asked the audio professional about the Blue Yeti, and he pretty much said, okay, no one really likes this Blue Yeti, so I want to get like a professional perspective on it. Like, what are your thoughts on it? And the dude's
Yeah.
been like a boom operator for audio for like almost his
Mhm.
entire career, so he knows sound, and he was like, I hate it.
Yeah.
And he just said why. He actually broke it apart, and he talked about the capsules. He talked about the internal,
Small
not
capsules.
small
It's a
capsules.
huge microphone with a small capsule. It's really
Yeah,
cool.
the quality of the capsules. He pretty much said the quality of the external of the mic is better, more well made than the actual capsules that you actually use in it. So there is a lot of validity too. Like, I don't like it. Don't like the
The
sound
bottom
or
line
whatever it
is
is.
most people don't know how to use the microphone.
Agreed.
Because
It's true.
I mean, I was a music producer first, and I got lots of microphones, and some of them sound great for the purpose they're used for. I told you when I met you. Here's that
Yeah.
mic we were talking about when I met you.
Mm-hmm.
This is a a nice shotgun
Sennheiser?
mic that I had mounted
Yeah.
above me,
Mm-hmm.
and I
Sennheiser?
thought, okay, let me just try that. Huh? This is a
What's that?
Cinco,
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
and it's
Cinco.
supposed to be
Yeah.
comparable to some of the higher end ones. So I said, let me just try that. It was on sale
Cinco's
or
a good
whatever.
company. Yeah. They try.
But
They're doing good stuff.
not for here. This is a very, very acoustic treated room, but even in here, it canceled some things out. It doesn't sound good, and I swapped that out for a cheap $50 mic, which is actually, I'll show you that now. Oh, okay.
Look at
All right.
Scorpion.
That's all right. That's all right.
She has a picture out there with
No,
a
no.
Yeti.
So
You
yeah,
know what's
there we
so
go.
Right now,
So
look,
hold on
I
a
work.
second.
I work
is
with
not-
the Yeti. I have
Hold
a
on a
Yeti.
second. And Scorpion says, I
Yeah.
definitely have a picture out there floating around somewhere with a Yeti. I didn't know.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
was cute.
But I
So-
was
but I
cute
was
though.
cute.
Okay. I
Yeah.
love it,
So,
Scorpion.
I switched to a.
It's all about being
you know,
cute though, but it is a little phallic. I'm just gonna
It,
Go.
it,
drop
it
the
is. It's
mic
not
right
nice.
there.
It's not nice.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's just like anything else. I mean, this is a cheap mic I'm using now, not even the studio mic. This is just the pencil mic I was talking about. There comes with two of them for like
Mhm.
$100.
Sounds good.
But it's just about what you do with them. And the Yeti, I have one too. I bought it when everybody was buying them, and I realized it was only good if you're
It's like
really up close
2017 probably,
in an
right?
acoustic treated room, huh?
It was probably like 2017, 2018 when you bought it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
A lot of the, I know a lot of the female YouTubers back in the day were actually started. I think that's where it started to get, started to gain some traction, and then it just got pushed out there, by
Still
the
use
marketing.
mine every day
Yeah, man. Yeah.
for work.
Yeah. So
They
okay,
don't
so
care how I sound, so
that's-
might as well.
yeah,
I
true,
sound
man.
better than the microphone.
And then
Dell.
you look better than 90% of them as well too.
Oh, it's definitely not on camera.
Oh,
Like,
You
that-
just sound
You know
Not
what?
seeing
That's
that
where
yet. No.
that's where it began to lose, because people bought them but then didn't want them on camera. And when you take a Blue Yeti and you put it 2 feet away, it's horrible because you've lost all the reason why it can be a good
Yeah.
mic. It only can
Right.
be a good mic if it's really close. But once it's 3 feet
Right.
away off the camera, you've lost all the value of that phone
yeah,
altogether.
man.
The phone mic, I mean.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I
just
have
talk
it
about
off
your
camera,
product.
but they don't care how to sound anyway. So yeah.
no, so let's get back to your podcast, man. Let's get
Yeah,
back
your
to your
podcast,
your
your
podcast.
Yeah, man.
idea.
So the first one is starting with the Yeti because it's obviously a topic
Mhm.
that a lot of people resonate with.
Right.
So I wanted to start with something that people talk about all the time. So obviously, I'm gonna give you a recommendation. That's part of the of the final, of the podcast, the end part, I'm gonna give you a recommendation, which is 30 freaking bucks, and it's way better than any $100 microphone that you can see out there. And USB for me. So
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
I'm just going with that. It's two persons talking about tech. We are both very savvy on tech.
yeah.
Very savvy.
Mhm.
This guy works
Mhm.
for a telecommunications company. Been
Mm-hmm,
working
mm-hmm,
for what? He used to work for Orange, I think is the name, which is AT&T over here,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
or more, 20 plus years. Now he's working for another company. So he's been involved in tech. He was a moderator for the LSP as well with me. So yeah, we're ready. We're
What do you
ready.
want people? What do you want people when they walk away after listening to your episode? What's
Get a recommendation. I'm straight up. I'm straight up. Be very opinionated about something, and when I have passion about something, I'm going to tell you it's good
Yeah.
or it's bad.
Yeah.
So
That makes
and
for
Are
a
you
good
going to leverage
podcast. Is someone that
Amazon,
has a
like an
strong opinion.
Amazon store?
like, what was that?
Let's share.
Okay, so I was curious, are you going to like set up your Amazon store and everything like that so that you're
Oh, I
monetizing that
already have
discussion?
Yeah,
Amazon. I did my
Good.
stream
did
this
that.
morning.
Did you do that this morning? It was this
Yeah,
morning,
I
right?
did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Sleep as hell. I went to bed like at 1 a.m. I was suffering this morning. It's like, hey guys, how you doing, guys? So,
Yeah,
You were productive, though.
I saw you on there hawking products, man. Like lemonade, like your lemonade stand.
like this.
Yeah. That's how you're drinking your coffee this morning to stay awake as you were
It
live
was
streaming
bad.
on Amazon.
It was
Right.
bad. Then I slept afterwards. It was that bad. So yeah.
Mm.
But yeah, I'm happy to hear ideas or any recommendations. But for me, it's the bottom line is providing a honest review of product. I'm not just gonna wing it. I'm gonna give you my full scientific background, techie background, and just straightforward. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Like the same thing I do with live streaming with Amazon Live. I don't know if they're gonna ban me or not. I'm gonna tell you if this is shit or not. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This is it.
Yeah.
Like today, when I was talking about the Logic Brio, which is the one that I use for work,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you it's not good with the autofocus when you're using it as an overhead camera. Now you have good lighting, like Ash Borland. That's what he uses. It looks really good.
Yeah.
Because Ash, that's what he
good you
uses.
said that. I think it'd be really helpful to hear, like most reviews say it's good or it's bad, but you just
use
said
case.
how it's good or bad. Like it's
Yeah.
good for this, but bad for that. So you just said it's not great for overhead, but it might be good for something else. So
It
that's
is
another
great
dimension.
for for a head standing, or how do you call that, standing head or whatever?
Yeah,
I don't know how to
talking
call it.
head. Talking head.
Yeah,
Talking head.
talking head. There we go. So it's great for talking head if you have good lighting. You don't have good lighting, it's like every other webcam is not going to look good. Now for overhead, the autofocus just kills the whole video because it starts focusing. You put your hands in there, so it drives you crazy. So there's different use cases for, like the face cam for me is the overhead that I use. It's right here. Got it right here.
Go ahead, show it.
That's the one that I use, and that's my favorite for it.
Go
So
ahead, show your studio off, man. Go ahead, do some.
man. Let me turn on my cameras because they're all off. To be honest.
Dude, seriously?
No,
come on, man.
I'm right. No worries.
No, I'm just messing. I'm just busting. But I think with webcams too, I think they all serve, a purpose, and then how you actually want to utilize them, for whether or not your pod. There you go. There we go.
Here we go. So
full screen for a sec.
This is my camera right here.
I can't get. I gotta. I didn't set it up for full screen. But like
It's
that
okay, man,
by
it's
himself.
okay. So here's my my 60mm with
Well, that
the
looks
CVE
great,
low.
though.
It's not called the CVE 10. I'm just saying CVE low. So here's the Elgato, the little what is it? The key light mini. It's right here.
Yeah.
I have it as an overhead. I have the ring light over here, and this arm right here, which is where I have my Elgato web face cam. It's on a swivel, so I can put it up, put it down.
How do you like that face cam? How do you like it? Because
I love it. It's really good.
Yeah. Okay.
The autofocus is what I love. The non-having autofocus is what I like. From 2 to 4 feet, it's perfect. You can actually see anything. It's in that sight. I would love to just disconnect it from I have the other computer not connected to it, but
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. If you give me a break, I'll connect everything and I'll show you everything, which is cool. I'll do it. Give me a second.
Yeah, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. Well, Cher, I know you got a nice little studio going on over there too.
Mm-hmm. I don't have all my cameras set up though.
You guys can't come on now. Y'all people
I just
doing
got
that.
straight.
You people not having. I know Lee got like 6 cameras over there. Man.
No, I don't. I got a couple. I don't have 6. I saw your setup. You guys set up. I mean, I got. So this is basically the behind.
Nice.
So you guys are right there.
Nice.
But no, in fact, this is that. Let me say I have to change cameras for that. Mike can show you that cheap camera we mentioned when I saw you was this little thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right, you can't even really see it, but
yeah.
I just got it off Amazon just to see what that cheap camera would look like. So I'm like, there's no way. The challenge of getting HDMI into a switcher versus a webcam, which you can't really get into a switcher.
Right.
So I was trying to find the cheapest possible HDMI I could find, and this is it, and it actually works out pretty well for at least for another camera anyway.
Nice. Now you use Adobe? Is that Audition that you use to edit?
Yeah, that's Audition right there.
That's Audition.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. How do you like it?
I have been using Audition since it was called Cool Edit. So I'm an old radio head. So I began using Cool Edit. I don't know whenever I got a computer. So I don't know. It's been a long time. So yeah, I mean, I know like the back of my hand. So
nice.
That's what I was using.
Yeah. Nice. I only edit my one podcast and I send it out to the other one to somebody else, just because I like it, but editing two podcasts is a beast. At least for me it is. The retail leadership,
especially if you're not an editor, you know what I mean? Like you're proficient, but you're not a professional, and that's the difference, right?
Yeah.
So your proficiencies allow you to do it.
That's what we get paid for. Yeah. In fact, I don't even edit my own podcast. In the way the reason is because I put more into the recording of it than and it just so happens that my podcast, I interview people like you two. You show up with a microphone and a camera, whatever. So there's not a whole bunch of fixing to do.
Right.
So my own podcast doesn't get much editing at all. But my clients may show up with earbuds or noise room or whatever.
Yeah.
So it takes an engineer.
Exactly.
Yeah, we literally engineer these podcasts to make them sound well. So
he fell. What did he say? He said he fell. No, you didn't fall. Did you fall?
Oh no!
Did you see? You all right, dude? Oh man,
I'm trying to read something.
Oh, dude,
that sounds better.
Trying to get in. Okay, go ahead. All right, because you got to tell us the story. Like, I mean,
At least he said LOL makes us feel like maybe he's not hurt.
Yeah.
Now we have some like pity.
We can laugh at him afterwards after he gets back on.
I was gonna say we don't know if we can make fun of him yet until he gets.
He fell off the net. Okay, he fell off the net. Okay, I got you. Okay. Well, that's better, man. Because
I thought it was like I've fallen and I can't get up.
Where's the beef?
I pictured him reaching like behind his table for a wire or something and falling.
Exactly.
Right. It's just, and they just wrecked the whole studio in one foul swoop.
Yeah. So Scorpion says, I really dislike editing, but editing 3 at one time really sucks.
Oh,
why do I do these things? Scorpion, because every week you got a podcast. This is why. Every week you and I'm not but they're all really well done. But you are a podcast like super junkie and creator. Yeah. So there you go. I don't got no sympathy for you, Scorpion. I love you, but I don't got no sympathy for you.
What do you call that? Glutton for punishment?
Yeah. She be creative every week. Hold it for a second. I gotta think about it. I got a podcast idea. And then next thing you know, she's starting it, man.
That's great though. She's doing
exactly.
Just press record, right? Just doing it.
That's
awesome.
That's what I'm saying.
It's better than having your ideas in notebooks. Okay.
Yeah. True indeed.
Oh, the man is back. Better than having your ideas in notebooks.
He's back up.
Yeah. True indeed.
He fell, but he got back up.
I didn't fall. I didn't fall, but I tripped over the damn Ethernet. What was it?
That cable's kind of important. That's kind of
Oh
important.
crap! That didn't work. Oh yeah, here we go. Now you got the whole
Oh,
thing right
snap.
here.
Oh, sweet.
That's a GoPro for
That was
Hero
worth it.
7.
It was worth it.
Man.
It was
Yeah.
worth it, I guess. At least I
Okay,
didn't
wait.
fall.
Is that a green screen to drop from the ceiling right there behind you?
Yes, yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Mm,
Man, see.
Green
That's
screen. So
dope.
yeah, I use it for videos and stuff. So
Yeah.
and let
I've
me
been
see
thinking
if I
about
can
it, mountain
connect.
one just like that. I'm glad to see that.
Good, man. It works. And you know,
So talk to us about the camera on your right that's mounted up, or on
This
at
one
least on
Yes,
my right.
yeah.
Yes, right
the
there.
CD1.
That's the
This is the
ZV1.
ZV1.
Mhm.
So this is the one that you see here, and yeah, it's really cool, and it has this, it has the lens, this lens right here. It's
Is
the
that a
one
wide lens that you add to it?
the Ulanzi wide lens
wide
that you
lens?
put in there with whatever tape or whatever. I don't know. It has double tape on it, so
Right, right.
but it's cool, man. I have those are the cameras that I have, and then I have, you can see here, not that one, this one right here. So this is the low profile pencil mic as well. I use the NT5. The NT5 from Rode is freaking amazing. Here's, you know, the Rodecaster Pro, A10 Mini, the Stream Deck. I have a printed, 3D printed case, you know, the holder or whatever.
Oh, nice, nice.
It's my Raspberry Pi, my nerd stuff. Yeah.
All of it is your nerd stuff. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna say that. I'll
everything.
just put that out
And
there.
here's the ring light.
Yeah.
Here's the proof that I'm a real doctor, right there.
Where
There you
I
go.
can't see.
Wait,
I
you
can't
gotta,
see.
you gotta move your camera a little
Can't
bit.
see, can't see, huh? Can't see.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see the certificate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Well,
It's
you can
real,
buy
it's
those
not-
online
I
though.
bought it in the internet. It's real.
I
No,
see.
For real.
he just validated exactly what you knew I was gonna say it, so you tried to beat me to the punch.
So yeah,
It was printed.
and
It was
as you can
2D
see,
printed.
Yeah.
this side over here is my work side. This is the during the day. This is a stand-up desk. I can just press a button, and it goes up and down.
Yeah.
So this is what I use
jelly.
for regular work. And that
Nice.
that monitor, it, you know, goes to the right, and I use it in the background when I'm filming.
Oh,
and
I
stuff.
remember that monitor. So that's when you
Yeah,
had that
so that
going in the
monitor.
background when you were on the show on
Yeah,
Podcasters
that's the
Live. I
one.
remember
That's the
watching
one.
it in the background.
And if you want to see more of the office, which is the studio, however you want to call it, here's how it
What's
looks.
going on, Monty?
Sorry.
This is Monty Weaver
Sorry
saying
for,
hello.
sorry for the mess, but yeah,
It's all right.
I was using the
Oh, that's
Oculus,
great.
as you can tell.
Okay. Well, we got to pause. We got to pause right there for that. I got to pause on
Getting
that
some
one.
meta life.
Yeah. We got to pause on that one for a second. Okay. So we were just at this conference. I talked about it a little earlier, and they had a presenter, and they presented Black and Meta, and they were talking about the metaverse.
It's
And
out of control.
I am, and Sharers as well. Like I'm going hard at it. So much
Me too,
so,
man.
yes. So much so we got some things in the works.
We'd actually do this, right? This we can do it in the metaverse,
So okay, so
which will be really cool to stream it. I don't know.
well, that's dude. Okay, anyway, so I got so many questions. I'm chomping at the bit. I'm excited. If you can't tell. So what has been like probably the number one thing that from your decision making to actually go from like non-metaverse to actually embracing and thinking about metaverse as not just a gaming piece, but something that you can actually use to grow your business and your concept?
Man, it's just anything technology just amazes me, and it's, I don't know, it just makes me happy. Let's put it that way. I'm a happy nerd, so I just bought it, and I was interested in the workplace stuff and how to collaborate with people in the same space. That's principally the most important thing for me, was trying to learn stuff like that, because I know that in the future it's gonna help us out. So I always try to get a little ahead of the game if I can. So I just bought it. My wife's like, "Why do you want that for?" It's like, "Don't worry, you'll find out." So
I want to know where to buy some property. That's what I'm I'm trying to figure out, because the metaverse really hasn't come together as meta yet. It's just these individual walled off gardens.
Mhm.
So it's hard to figure, where do I buy? Because that place, you could buy a place
Where's the
here
good
and it
garden?
disappears tomorrow,
Mhm,
or you
mhm.
could buy it somewhere that ends up being the center of the metaverse, and all of a sudden your property goes up. So I'm trying to figure out where to buy some land.
That's a
Yeah.
tough one right there. Yeah, that's
You know what I was
I
just
know,
looking
'cause
at, I've
all of
been
a sudden you're feeling Dumbo.
yeah,
If you think of
yeah.
Jay-Z.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
You know,
I
it's
have
like I could have
yeah,
bought it for
Dumbo, yeah,
millions, and
right?
now I'm
Can you
feeling Dumbo.
down under the
Yeah.
Brooklyn Bridge? I mean, that's just crazy. Who I mean, I'm gonna say who would have thought it, or even oh my gosh, what's the other part of Brooklyn? Oh geez, I can't remember the name of it. But it's just like 2 or 3 different parts of Brooklyn that you wish you would have like, invested in, and now you can't even like step foot in there. It's just ridiculous.
my
But
brother just moved to the Bronx, to an area that it looks like Manhattan.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah,
Yeah.
that's the Bronx. Oh my
yeah.
god, brand new building, concierge, all types of stuff. It's like, oh my god,
Well,
what's
that
going
I
on
keep
here?
reading these
regentrification.
articles about
Yeah, go ahead.
I keep reading articles about companies who are, buying billboards in places in the metaverse. Like, it might be
Mhm.
Macy's, or somebody buys a billboard,
Smart.
and sometimes they're in the middle of traffic areas. Sometimes it's just, let's just buy it here and be here.
Mhm.
And so I'm
Mhm.
thinking, okay, where can we find a place out in the desert to buy, a spot to put a billboard, and then maybe a year from now it's Las Vegas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And you
Right.
happy you got
Right.
that billboard.
Agreed. And that's the rub, right? The rub is understanding, the buying pieces, associated with it. Because I think the biggest piece that I've been learning thus far, initially, when you think about the metaverse, or the concept of the metaverse, you think that it's infinite, right? But it's really not infinite. There is some
Somewhat.
yeah,
Some point, but
somewhat, but there is some
It's the
limitation
goal,
to it.
right?
When you start to think about buying land, right? The tendency. So let's just take the island of Manhattan for instance, right? There's no more buying really of land per se that's already has something on it. Typically now
look what
you
Snoop
can
did.
buy airspace in Manhattan on a building, which is crazy. We start to think about it, right? So it's not so much just the physical property now; it's the airspace, because you can
Intellectual.
build on top of buildings. So when I think about the metaverse, like I'm thinking about it in the same idea, the same concept. It's not so much that it's not going to be limited. It's just going to be, how do you actually kind of rethink what land is, and then where to buy it
Well,
as
think
well
about
is
this
of
though.
course the
If you
question
own
as well.
that building, if you
Hmm.
own that square of land, then from then on you can rent and lease sky high, but
100%,
you still get a piece
Isn't
of it
that
though.
crazy?
100%, exactly,
It's
100%.
mind blowing.
It's crazy,
So
right?
sooner or later, all you can do is lease from somebody. Like in
Right.
Manhattan, you're not gonna
Yeah.
just go buy a condo. You're gonna buy or lease or rent, a space in a building that already exists. So maybe there'll be like the first generation of landlords, and after that, you just lease it.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what? You know what?
Go
Like
ahead.
Snoop did. He took all his records, all his stuff out of the streaming services, because he's gonna put it out in the metaverse. So yeah, he's ahead of the game like crazy. Crazy
Yeah.
ahead of the game.
Yeah, yeah. So when I saw you, when I saw the Oculus, I had to stop you there for a second, man. I had to stop you there for a second.
You know
What are
it.
you doing? What are you? Don't start singing. Oh, Lord have mercy. What are you doing, like, when you're in the metaverse? I mean, when
I've
you're
gone to
actually in
parties
there right
already,
now.
man. I've gone to parties with my wife's cousins and stuff. They have like areas where they go to parties and meet people. It's crazy. That blew my
That's what I'm
mind.
talking about.
Yeah, I was like really weirded out, but I was like, I'm here because you're here, dude. So yeah, it was really weird, but it was cool at the same time. Now I do go into my workspace. I have a cable here. I connect it, and you can go into your computer. And if now it has the ability to read your hands,
Mm-hmm,
so you can
mm-hmm.
type, like if you were in a meeting. So you can basically work in outer space if you wanted to. You're in outer space, but you're working your computer, your desktop. So you're doing content creation, doing this. You're remoting into your computer. It's stupid.
I got a
ridiculous.
colleague in Spain who we've been working on a project for about 2 years now together, and we haven't actually met. And so he's heavy in the metaverse, and he's researching and studying and also just hanging out there. And he's like, Lee, get your headset, and then we can meet together and whiteboard this next project out together in the same room
Mhm.
virtually.
It works.
Yeah.
It works really well.
It's yeah.
Yeah.
Now you don't have feet. That throws me off. But yeah, it's like
I-
you're real
there's a
from
new
here
one of
up.
the
Like, you don't
platforms
have
just
feet.
added it. Who was it? One of the platforms had like an exciting release to say we have legs, and they showed the avatars actually had legs, and so the nightclub looked normal,
Wow.
kind of,
That's
in a meta kind of
insane.
normal way. People actually had legs.
That's crazy. Oh, do you have the 128 gig or the 256?
256. Yeah,
The
I
250.
always buy the highest
Yeah.
one.
Okay.
I know
all
myself.
Mhm.
Right. All right. Good. Good. Because I was looking at some
I'll be
Res-
rolling coasting
research.
like crazy with my kid.
Mm-hmm.
It's really cool.
So in the conference, did they mention anything about where there's going to be like an inflection point of where this is going to be more user friendly in terms of, because you can't have mass adoption until the technology is mass available.
Correct.
It's gonna be
Correct.
mixed reality. That's
Well, I
what's
think
gonna be.
I
That's
think
what
what
that's the example part.
yeah,
Mixed reality. It's gonna be
exactly.
a mixing between the real world and the
Mhm.
metaverse, so it can actually work. Because just inside of that metaverse all the time, it's not really gonna
That'll
work.
happen faster. I mean,
Right.
augmented reality is something you can already do on your phone. You can do it with your goggles or even glasses. They're already coming out. You know, I think who was it? I think
Apple?
is very close to releasing
Mhm.
their glasses.
Mhm.
Apple's
Mhm.
around the corner with some
Yeah.
mixed
Mhm.
reality
Yeah.
stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I
mo-
think AR is gonna, I don't want to say overshadow, but it's gonna go straight to consumer a lot faster than the metaverse will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think one of the things they said was just just like with everything, right? So I remember in 2013 I bought a 55-inch TV. I think I paid like close to $1,700.
Biggest TV you've ever
Yeah,
seen.
like $1,700,
Oh my
I
God.
think, in 2013. Now you can get a 55-inch for $250.
That's like a basic
You
one,
know,
right?
it's just crazy. So
8K.
yeah,
8K.
same thing's going to have to happen, and I think they were
Yeah.
talking about companies are already doing it to lower the barriers of entry, which is not just the Oculus but other hardware that actually can move into that space. And so, to your point, Lee, around mass adoption, it's always around just like the user experience and user interface to make it easier
Mhm.
for consumption, for mass consumption. So they were
I
talking
tried
about
to
that
go
as well.
to Decentraland on my MacBook Pro, and as soon as I logged into Decentraland, that fan came on. It started glitching. I'm like, okay, this is not gonna happen. So it was just one of those
Mhm.
tests to see, where can the average user get in at, and it won't be there. I mean,
That's
you'll
the
have
other thing is if you have the horsepower, right, in your
Yeah.
computer to handle it, because your processor, your graphic card, all that stuff, to be able to really
Mhm.
enjoy the experience. If your computer is not leveled up, whether any of those pieces, you're just not gonna.
No
It's just gonna
stuttering.
be like choppy,
Yeah.
right?
Do
yeah.
you have the Apple
I've only
Studio?
got one
Do you have the
PC
Apple
in my
Studio?
house, and I got it.
Oh,
Okay.
no, I was asking Dr. Elo, do you have the Studio or do you have the Mac Mini?
No, actually, I have a MacBook Pro. Yeah.
Oh, MacBook Pro that you use? Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I do have a mad PC though, because I like the game, so I have a very mad PC. Yeah, I have both of them. So
Oh, okay, my bad. Go ahead, Lee. You were saying something. My bad.
Yeah, I was just saying we only have one PC in the house, and it was bought for gaming. And if it wasn't for that, there wouldn't be no metaverse in this house because we had to buy a computer that was just beefy enough for that much stuff. I mean, my son's a Fortnite fan, so if he had to have something beefy enough to play Fortnite on.
same here, buddy.
And,
Same here.
Yeah, so nothing.
Yeah, I'm a
Even the
PC.
ones that we had that were quote unquote high powered, they weren't ready to handle that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Like,
Shares
I have,
Team PC.
I have a Gigabyte Arrow, so I have like an i9 processor. Like I'm
That's what's up.
good to go. I have like the
Oh, yeah.
whole rainbow keyboard, all of that
All-
stuff.
it's all
So I
blinged
am
out.
good to go.
It's all
Yeah.
blinged out.
I just
interesting.
upgraded to a 3 series graphics card. I just did. Like I waited till it came down, and I just bought one. Yeah, 3080.
Mhm, mhm.
Did you build
so
it
where
yourself?
we're at right now is if you can't
Yeah, I
talk
built it
that
myself.
talk what you just said there, you're not gonna get in the game.
Yeah.
What's
You
that?
can't
Oh, the-
spec out
yeah.
your graphics card and know
Yeah.
what your kind of memory is and your processor type. If you can't tell, I got an M1 with a Radeon processor. No, you can't talk about all that stuff. You can't. Metaverse is not
ready
in the near
for
future.
you're not ready for the meta yet.
Yeah.
But it was interesting because there's another company. So Magic Leap, they're one of the first companies that were building headsets. But their CEO who left Microsoft to take on the CEO job, she changed their trajectory, and they're only doing enterprise level like Oculus type headsets. So
Is that the
that's
augmented reality
her
one?
play. That's the well, it's AR VR stuff. It's a full
AR VR, yeah. I know
yeah,
the company.
but it's a full headset, and they're building in like how, people are doing like operations, and people are, going into the sides of the
Yeah.
world and doing like architecture and all that stuff in these
Manufacturing,
spaces.
health,
So
and defense. That's what they're specialists now. Yeah, they forget about
Yeah,
people.
I think that's a part that people aren't seeing, is that while the consumer part is growing slowly, there are entire huge industries on digital reality. I work with a company that does scanning. They can scan the inside of a stadium, or they can scan the forest down to the leaf, and then they take
Wow.
that digital scan and they make a digital twin of reality, so that now you can put on your headset and go walk through this building that already burned down. Or in fact, they scanned Notre Dame before it burned, so now they can put on the headset, walk back through Notre Dame, and put everything back where it was. So that industry is booming right now, but we won't hear about it. We'll just benefit from it.
It's the enterprise application of it, right? But that's where, if you're watching the enterprise app, because that's where the real money is, right? It's not the consumer play. And so that's just something to keep your eyes on, to see what they're doing, because they're making big bets.
Yeah, they got the money for R&D, right? And so we benefit from from their exploration, into these new realms. And then once they found a good prototype, then all they had to do is scale it down for for the masses as well too. So
reverse engineer.
The consumer is just the crumbs. Crumbs are what happens after the technology and the enterprise happens. Whatever's left, whatever's old to them, it's the crumbs for consumers to take.
Yeah, we were doing that 5 years ago. Matter what?
Yeah.
Matter what? We were doing that in 2010.
Matter what?
Yeah, matter who? Hold on for a second. I gotta coin that one. Matter who? Matter what?
I tell you, I work with this company,
It's a shirt.
and
That's a t-shirt.
I saw some of their technology, and then I go watch like a Marvel movie, and I see Tony Stark doing stuff, and I'm like, okay, I thought that was futuristic Tony Stark stuff. Now I realize that's old stuff that is just hitting the movies. Doing stuff in the air and whatever that exists, and we think it's fantasy, but it already is happening.
Yeah.
Not even new.
Listen, I still have memories of the Jetsons, and this is something that it has stuck with me forever. So basically, she was on a video phone, which didn't exist in that part of our lifetimes, right? And she looked busted. She was sick, and her filter or her fake face wasn't working. So she had like, her hair was sticking out and whatever. And I remember like, oh my gosh, one day it's going to be like that. I remember as a child thinking that this is what life is going to be like. And life surely it definitely.
If you watch the Jetsons today, it looks mad old school. There are things in the Jetsons that you threw away 10 years ago.
Yeah, but it's like imitating. That's life. It's like our life now is imitating art, because that was on the Jetsons. That was on I watched Star Trek, like original, even like Star Trek OG, and then Next Generation. Like I watched a couple of those.
Hold on, on that note, you mentioned Star Trek. Star Trek had the communicator, right?
Yeah.
I threw away my Nextel Chirp 20 years ago. Which was more high tech than the communicator.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
I'm telling you, man.
It's just crazy.
I'm telling you, but I thank you for showing us your around so we can see that Oculus, because that
man.
Yeah, that
I have a hot mess, but yeah, it's my hot mess.
I know my eyes, dude.
I got a box over here. I got to clean up. Yeah, I got to clean up.
Yeah, how's your cable management?
Huh?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
That's why he fell. That's why he fell a minute ago.
Hey, I'm not. The thing is that I haven't
That's
done
why
the
you have
cable
no
management
legs on
because
the
I
meta.
change stuff all the time. So I was like, why? Yeah, you know what? Whatever. So yeah,
That's
there's
why
my
you have no
cable.
legs on the meta.
Yeah,
Because
that
you show the
Exactly.
cables.
Exactly.
yeah, that cable management ain't no joke, man. It is no joke. I'm you know,
I did it
under the
once. I'm
yeah.
not ever doing it again.
Yeah,
Why?
I have everything like mounted underneath this desk. It's a standing desk too, and I have like everything mounted underneath of it. My
Oh
Mac
man,
Mini, huh?
I had it till last week. I
Oh,
changed it again. I'm like,
Well, like
I
you
did
said,
it
you can't
once. I
change
did it
anything.
once, man. I did some screws. I had it you know, when I was planning it out, and I had it just on its backside, and then I just placed everything where I wanted it, and I just screwed it on. So then when I added the legs, it just made. I listen. I watched too many videos, like learning about you know, your desk setup and the management and all of that stuff. So I'm like, I'm gonna do this joint
have you
once.
seen how Luria does hers?
Oh yeah, dude. Like,
I learned from her, and I'm still not making
Man,
mine.
her
catch her
stuff,
on a
man. Her
Wednesday when
stuff is
she's not doing
crazy.
a video. I bet it ain't that clean.
What's that?
Just catch her on a Wednesday when she ain't doing videos. I guarantee them
Well,
cables are not like that.
well, it's the same thing when they do these desk setups, right? You know, you watch some of these desk
Yeah.
setups. I'm like, please, man, stop. Your desk.
Mhm.
If there's no way, you're like, yeah,
Look at
Yeah.
that setup. Look
there
at
you
this.
go.
If you look on the back of this, on the back,
Right?
look
Yeah.
look at the cables. Look at the cables. Look at the
Oh, I
cables.
see it.
Yeah, I
I
see.
see it.
Around
I
there,
see.
around there. You know, they're there. They're just not. You know, they're together.
Well, that's the thing.
What's
You
going
know,
on, JP?
right
High
behind
tech.
your equipment, it can't be but so neat right behind your equipment.
Right.
Because if you got 3 or 4 cameras and several different audio into your roadcaster, you know, you got 7 to 10 cables right there. They're not going to be but
On
so
the
neat,
spot.
at least for the first foot. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
And then no one, honestly, unless you're, you know, some of us that do what we do when we do behind the scenes stuff or whatever, you know, it's cool, right? It's cool, but we all know that the reality of what we do is pretty
Yeah.
much like just this camera, if you will. And so everything underneath it is.
I won't show you
what
mine.
it
You
is.
know, I'm not doing a video about that
About your
anytime
cable
soon.
management.
I actually just cleaned up mine, but it's not neat, and it's not like, okay, now that I've cleaned up, let's take a look. No, I don't want you to see. It just looks better than before. It doesn't give me a headache
Next
when I look
week,
at it, right?
you're gonna change it
I've
again.
cleared it up like that. Hmm?
Yeah.
If it's out of your way,
Hey,
and
P,
it's
what's up?
It's out
relatively
JP
of-
High
out of your
Tech in the
sight,
house. Hey, what's up,
Yeah.
brother man? Yeah, I'm too clean. Telling you, man.
It's
I
all
try.
angles to this issue.
So,
Yeah.
Doc, tell me, what do you use all your cameras for, Doc?
So my cameras, this one's my overhead, right? The one that I have over here, I use it for, you know, behind the scenes stuff, like when people want to see my stuff around. Then I have this one over here, which is my overhead, and then I got the full, you know, the full drop out in the back so people can see.
I mean, when you
whole
give an
studio.
instruction, though, I mean, I don't know you, and I'm glad to meet you today. But what are
Yeah, man.
you doing? And then what, you know, when you're giving instruction, you know, is your overhead because you're showing off a product, or
Tech
you know,
reviews for overhead.
Unboxings.
If I'm showing off equipment, like the things that I use, that's when I use this camera over here that I have on the side, and I can enhance it. It's mounted on a Blue Yeti arm, which is funny. So I can just drag it and put it all around, or I can use my cell phone as well. I can use it like that. And the back is just whenever I come in with my through the streams, I like to have that background in there, and people can see, you know, how's my studio.
It's a long run.
I
to
have
that
more
camera.
light. You know, it's like people like to see studios. That's interesting. At least for me, it is, right? And then my overhead is just tech reviews, and if I want to show you something that I'm working on, I'll definitely show it. So yeah, that's the way I do it.
Nice.
Yeah. Share
What
unapologetic
arm do you like?
with the New
Oh,
York
yeah.
hoodie. That's it.
That's
That's
right.
it. Represent. New York in the
Yeah, no,
house.
I
New York,
respect this.
Canada.
This is a
in the-
gift. This
New
was
York
a gift. This was a gift. Question: the arms that you're using, Dr. Elo, like you have
Yeah.
so many different arms.
Mhm.
Do you have a favorite? Like arms?
The Yeti. This one right here. This one
Yeah, once you got rid of that mic, once you got rid of that mic.
Arm. Oh, that mic, I have it right there. It's for work. That's the work mic right there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
But the Yeti arm?
This is the Yeti caster arm. So it
Okay.
has like a this is a microphone arm, basically. This is a microphone arm.
Yeah.
And it works way
Yeah.
better than any camera arm that I've bought.
Really?
So when I got rid of the, I didn't get rid of it. I didn't use the blue Yeti anymore. I got this Elgato arm, on the
What, the low profile?
this one right here.
Which one? The low profile.
got this one.
Yeah, I got
The low
that.
profile one.
I love it.
So when I got that one, I said, you know what, I need to do something with this one. So this one's really sturdy. And I can actually use it for a camera. It's using it for the CV1, and it works really phenomenal for it. It's really sturdy. It's sturdier than anything that I've used.
What was the mic
I'm
you
sorry,
showed? Was that a CO2?
This is a NT5, Rode NT5. It's a pencil mic as well. Yeah, I'm all about pencil mics inside studios, outside.
Yeah, that's what I CO2, man. I was telling you guys the other day when I saw him in person, I was like, I can't believe this cheapest mic I got is one of the best ones for this purpose.
Yeah,
man.
And it doesn't bounce. It's because it doesn't bounce your sounds or it doesn't cancel your sounds when they bounce off the walls. That's basically what it is. Those little holes that the MK2 has, or any other mic that's what's the name of those mics? I always forget.
Condenser.
No, the long ones that had the little holes on it. The one you showed.
Shotgun.
The shotguns.
Shotgun mics. Those shotgun mics are made for outside or for big space.
I think I got
this is made
got an ego
here,
trip
small.
because my room is so acoustically treated. I'm thinking, okay, this room you could clap in here, and it's dead. I mean, it's so dead you could walk out of the room as you're talking and you get jolted because it's so quiet in here. Nothing echoes.
That's amazing.
But even with all that dampening, because I was producing music in here, so I got bass traps, and the ceilings, this whole room is covered. But even with all that shotgun mic still doesn't sound good in here.
Yeah, just because it bounces out and it cancels part of your voice. You're like your lows and everything. It's just not the same voice.
Yes.
This is my voice.
Pencil mic is much deeper.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, good people. Man, we have been on this joint for almost 3 hours. Almost 3 hours.
Wow.
That's great. And that's
4
quick.
more hours more. Yeah,
that's 4 more hours more. That's 4 more hours more. Yeah, no, I'm old, man. I'm old, man. I gotta take my
I smell dinner in the house too.
I gotta take my Geritol.
You're military too, man. So you can hold it.
I gotta take my Geritol and my put some Bengay on my knees. That's it, man. That's it. So I can work out in the morning. That's what I want to do. So I gotta make sure I'm able to do that.
That's why I couldn't wake up today.
Yeah, I know.
You worked out yesterday?
Yeah.
I stayed up till 1 a.m. playing a game.
On the Oculus,
okay. Or I understand.
Gamer.
What game? What game were you playing? If you can tell us. Tell us.
I'm gonna show you so you can.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
It's a game that I started playing the other day. I don't know why.
Which one is it?
I can't see it right. Candy Crush.
Candy Crush? Oh my gosh.
I started playing that. I don't know why, out of the blue. And my wife's just like, why are you
It's almost old school.
What are you, 16-year-old,
I know,
high school girl? What are you doing?
It's the only game.
You may be the only person in the world with an Oculus.
Takes my mind out of everything. It's just easy.
Playing Candy Crush.
Yo, you know what would be dope? You should play Candy Crush in the metaverse. Yo, that's even doper. Do Candy Crush in the metaverse.
Listen, my game right now that keeps me up at night.
Just walk up and punch you.
Yo, what game is this, Sharon? Oh, Lord have mercy.
It's called Beat Star, and it's like what game is it like? What's that game again?
It's Guitar Hero. Guitar Hero.
Guitar Hero. So it's just like Guitar Hero. It is amazing. I started playing it in. It's amazing. It's called Beat Star. It's on the iPad. I play it on the iPad, and it's literally like Guitar Hero, and they have
Saber Beat.
Yeah, and just go on Beat Star because I want more friends so that I can stay up at night and beat your score when you try to come for me. So I started playing in Jamaica. So I was on a trip and then I just started playing there. And so my ranking is in Jamaica. So like as far as where they're ranking
Yes,
me.
Vaughn.
And
I love it.
yeah, man. Right?
Sounds
And I'm
addictive.
44th in Jamaica. So I always tease Steve because I'm always like, yo, I have to defend my title, right? Because I'm 44th in Jamaica. Everybody knows me in Jamaica. Anyways, I found all these people that I try to friend, because you can't really friend people, but it's like the Apple kind of friending.
And I got my
So
kid
there's this
using
one
Beat
girl,
Saber and beating
Nessie,
everybody.
and she keeps on beating my score.
Nessie.
So I have to go back and fix her. And then then Steve is just like, she's like probably 14, and you're this woman going to go
Just
and
beating down kids.
Yo,
I don't
I'm
care.
Child
That's what I
abuse.
know.
yeah, I'm the same way with FIFA though. So I play FIFA, and I'll play online, and my daughters would come in and be like, that's where I got it from, because my daughters told me. They were like, you're probably playing like some 13-year-old kid, like in Spain. Like, I don't care. I don't care who he is.
I don't care.
Or she, whatever. I'm beating them down.
You can't have my score.
Yeah, yeah. That's my decompression is playing FIFA.
Mine's Candy Crush.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Candy Crush. Lord
I
have
play my
mercy.
kid
Well,
Street Fighter.
just if you like music, I'm really trying to bring people over to the BeatStar Life.
Oh,
Come
Lord.
find me.
BeatStar.
I am.
Come
What's my
on,
name?
come at
Hold
me,
on,
bro.
hold on.
You doing the whole
Come
time
at me,
reading
bro.
to it. Come at me, bro.
Yo,
Come at me, bro.
you have no idea.
Come at me, bro.
right?
All the people that in Jamaica.
My
Come at me,
player
bro. Now,
tag
scene.
is share
What
number
you going to
one.
do?
Yeah, what you going to do?
do,
Scene.
Yeah,
What
come
you
find
gonna
me.
do?
You know,
Yeah,
I'll come get you.
yeah, Brethren.
That's funny.
You know.
That's funny. I like it though.
You see me, yeah? I'm gonna come find you.
Yeah,
Just
more
boot you.
fire, more fire.
I'm not going to do nothing.
I'm gonna keep it PG. I was gonna say something. It's like, oh no, not that.
Oh,
Yeah, there you go. There you go. There you go. Yeah,
No.
yeah. What that line? Yeah, man. You don't want to do
Yeah,
that. You don't want to do that scene. Just because that's how you learn every. It's not so much that patois is like a foreign language, whatever. But that's how you
patois.
yeah, how you learn
Learn the bad
all
words
the languages. Like Spanish, I learned all of the bad words first, and then
Me too, man.
you learn all the bad words.
That's my first language, so it's even worse. So yeah.
Oh well, hey, I appreciate you guys, hopping on and killing some time and just chatting it up a little bit. I love doing stuff like this. And
Bengay calling you. Bengay calling you.
actually,
All right, guys. Have a good
actually,
night.
I missed the Salisbury steak. Because my senior meal, I typically eat at 4:00.
4 o'clock.
At 4 o'clock, I missed my Salisbury steak.
I missed the mashed potatoes,
Yeah.
salad,
I log on and y'all talking about productivity, and my productivity just stopped.
Stop.
You know what?
Immediately, I know.
It's all good. It's Saturday.
But networking is important, and I appreciate
is,
you.
it is.
There you go. There you go. Relationship
man.
building.
100%. Somebody's gonna, somebody won't watch the whole 3 hours of this. I don't care. That's not even what it's about. Somebody watch some bits and pieces of this or whatever too, and
Watch the first part. That's all
see,
they
yeah,
do.
don't watch the first part and skip through and see some people having a good conversation about something, and that's at the end of the
Wish
day.
train my
they were there.
vocabulary.
Just like when we're watching what are we watching? DJ Jazzy Jeff, and we're like wishing that we could be on the Zoom family. Yo,
Yo, you guys watch that? 'Cause,
Keep stalking them,
I'm
okay?
super duper old school hip hop, right? And so DJ Jazzy Jeff, he has it's called a Magnificent Hour, and he does it like during the day for lunchtime break. So since I'm work from home, man, I pump that joint up, and then on Friday night sometimes he'll have a Friday night edition. No, Saturday. What was last night? Was it last night or Friday night?
Friday night.
Yeah, today's Saturday, right? Yeah, so it's Friday night edition. Yeah, and he does
I love that
the
stuff.
hip hop,
Old school
but
stuff
he
like
had
that.
he had Kid Capri on last night. So yeah, son. Oh
Yeah.
man, yeah. I about lost my mind. Kid Capri. I was like, yo, I thought, Oh,
But it's cool because he has all these. He brings in like Zoom people, right? So it's like
Oh, sweet.
That's really
all
cool.
we're
it
thinking,
is dope.
like each one of us have our own studio, and we're like, we would be the coolest people if they would just let us on that Zoom feed. Like we would be
Uh-huh.
the ones because
You can get
Maybe
on
using
that
a
Zoom
Yeti
feed. You can
like
get on.
this.
Yeah,
You know, I peeped it out. You
know
you
you
can do it, but you got to buy like a membership to his you know, to
Right.
his thing. But
Monetized.
understand, 100% understandable.
DJ
100%
got it.
understandable. I love him, but I haven't loved him enough to pull the trigger, you know, on that. What
I had
in
to
the
bring
world
it. I
is
had to bring
that?
it.
Oh, that's so nasty.
Oh my!
That's so ugly. So hold on. I got something too. Go ahead.
We should get a screenshot. Everybody holding a Yeti.
I would have to borrow my kids. I never got one. I got an Audio Technica AT
That's good.
2020
That's good stuff.
way back.
Hold on. You got to see this. Hold on.
So since
I'm gonna turn my camera off until I grab it. Hold on.
oh, I don't even have my. You lucky. I don't have my
It'll be
roadcaster.
my thumbnail.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. Your hateration, man.
Oh, he just left.
Yeah. He's like.
No, he went to go get. He wanted to show off his Blue Yeti.
Yeah,
too,
this
probably.
is my work. My work Yeti. Right
He's
here.
in protest. He's in protest mode. You know. So speaking of things that are useless, the Blue Yeti, stuff that we don't need. So you know, Cher's been my accountability partner with stuff for like me buying stuff, and like I try my best not to, you know, gear and equipment. Oh, what in the? Oh, Lord have mercy. That looked like
I have that
looked
too.
like the Halo.
It's
That
around.
looked like the Lord of the
If
Rings.
you want yes, you need. If you want to mount a Yeti, this is the stock mount for a Yeti. It is huge. I used to have this hanging like right here
Yeah.
with a Yeti
'Cause that
from
was
it for my
cool.
podcast.
Yeah.
And it,
That's-
I mean,
Y'all look
stock
cool.
mount, I mean,
You want to talk about doing too much?
Wow.
You
Y'all
know?
look cool.
Yes, doing too much, wasting money, and this is made by Blue. I mean, this is their device. I went
course.
all Yeti in, and that was
Yeah. I'm about to hang up on you, Dr. Elo. I'm about to hang up on
I
you.
look good.
So I got a deal that I
you
couldn't
gotta point it straight to you.
I got a deal that I couldn't pass up.
Yeah,
And
what?
There you go.
yeah,
Thumbnail. There you go.
yeah.
There
And I
you
don't know
go.
why. Somebody got to help me with a use case for this puppy. So
What is that?
You have to.
it's
Your
Is that a drone?
lights
It's a drone.
shining
And
on
it
it.
lights.
It's
You know
a
what I
drone.
did? I returned mine.
What?
I used it for 2 days to return mine.
Well, I can't return it, and the deal that I got on this thing is just it's
It's
just
too good. You had to
it
get
was-
it just for
I-
testing. It was cheaper than. Yeah, you had to get it.
yo. So
You know why I got pissed? I live right beside the airport here in DC, right?
yeah.
So
you
I
can't
got
use it
so
near the
pissed because
airport.
every time I went down, I went up, they grounded it. It's like, why? It's like,
Yeah.
well, I'm in the line around the
man.
airport that I
Yeah.
can't fly anything.
Yeah,
So you
no,
know
you
what?
can't.
I returned this
At
thing.
least you still
And
have it. I'm afraid I'll buy something expensive and it'll be in a tree within an hour, and I'll be
Yeah.
mad.
Yeah.
Oh, it
yeah.
happened too, but you know, I returned
Yeah.
it.
If that joint ends up in the tree, I'll be okay. I'll be like, I won't be too.
Yeah, considering what you paid for it, you're good.
Yeah. My out of pocket. It was pretty
Yeah,
much just the
that's the thing.
shipping.
I haven't
a great
gotten
gift for the
past
community.
the amount of money where I won't be mad at a tree. You know,
That's true. That's true.
I've got like 2 tree drones, which means it's cheap, super
Tree
cheap,
drones.
and I won't get hurt if I lose it. But there's a lane in between.
He
There's
said tree
cheap
drone.
tree drone, and then there's you spend quite a bit of money. You don't want to. It might get caught in the tree, and then there's a high level of it'll avoid the tree, but that's you spending money.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
money.
like,
Oh yeah. No,
And you
I
don't have the
love
use
I
case
love
for it.
watching videos with people using drones because they make it look so amazing.
Easy.
Potato
Yeah.
jet. Love
Now
when
it's
he's doing his thing. But yo, I that's
Every
not
day,
that's
yeah,
not
you
it's
man.
not part of my. It's
I understand. I
that's
understand.
so okay. All right, we
It's,
just
it's
this
a
this
great
stream just
sound,
took
guys.
a turn
Look-
for the work. Just
check the
took a
sound
turn,
out.
man. Just took a turn.
yeah.
Lord,
I'm gonna take a
have
screenshot.
mercy. Yeah,
Make
no.
an
I
NFT.
Go for it,
know.
man. Go for it.
I think
Gonna
my
put it
I think
on LinkedIn.
yeah, Ecam's about
Put it on LinkedIn so
Ecam's
everybody knows that I know shit.
Ecam's about to shut down. They're about to shut down with that joint gun there.
They
Yeah.
actually might buy some from my page, from my Amazon page.
No, they won't.
They'll
No.
probably buy
Hey, it's
some.
all
You
about the
can have that.
Amazon page.
Yeah. No. Yeah. You know what? Here's the thing,
Steve,
yo.
you got some clip art on your website you gotta take down.
Huh?
So
You got
good.
some stock image on your website. You got to take down.
the black blue Yeti. Yeah, but here's the thing. It looks so dope though. I ain't gonna front. I'm the one that picked it, to be very
What
honest with you,
happened was-
because no,
What
it wasn't even that.
happened was-
It wasn't even that. I literally picked it because it's like it's dope. It looks dope. And then I said, you know what? There are gonna
all
probably be
guilty,
some
don't
people
care.
that use the Blue Yeti. I can't.
Yeah.
I
Look,
can't
I'm not
hate.
throwing no glass because my website it's on there somewhere. It's probably if you could do an image search on my website, you'd find probably a couple of them.
Oh yeah, man.
I found
You know
one.
what?
I found a mic that wasn't plugged in on one of my stock images.
Yeah, but that picture
I admire the people who sell
like
them,
you
though.
said though,
But have you
the
seen
image was so
in Best
good.
Buy,
It was a
their
perfect
areas?
podcast image.
dude,
But it wasn't plugged in.
that picture was dope. I was going through some. I was like, oh damn, that's good. With a freaking Blue Yeti.
Oh my
I was
God.
like, all right, screw it. I'm gonna do it anyway.
I wish the guy. I think he might be on your site. I know he's on mine. There's a thin black dude on a microphone who's getting all the podcast stock image. Like I've seen him on commercials.
Mhm.
I've seen all the stock videos. If you Google podcast image in like a library, it's always that dude. And I'm like, I hope you get some
It's
royalties,
Yeti.
man, because you are the poster child for podcasts.
I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling you.
I bet he's on your homepage. He's
He
on one of my
probably-
pages. I got him all over the place.
Yeah, he probably is.
Look,
What-
does this
what's
look
that?
nice or what? Oh, let me see. You see it?
Oh,
Where
that's
is it?
nice.
That's Best
Oh,
Buy.
wow.
What is that?
That's the Yeti freaking
Oh.
thing.
Oh, that's the display for
Oh,
the
the
Yeti.
arm.
Display. Yeah, with the arm and
Yeah.
everything. You know how many companies need
So
to
they're
do
still
this?
selling
They
that
don't do
like that?
anything. That's why they sell. Because
That's
they're
so
in the
true.
most common stores and they have a pretty
Yeah.
good area
Yeah,
and it's nice and clean. That's
Yeah.
the only reason they
Hey.
want to.
Well,
They're
I-
famous
I-
because
Like
of that.
like Steve said, I mean, it's legit upon your website because it's popular. It gets people's
It's
attention,
everywhere. Look at
and it
this.
starts a
Yeah.
conversation.
Well, see, that's the thing though
Wow.
too. And then that
You know what I mean?
that's
It looks
that
pretty.
little ice cone. What do they call that thing? The snowball.
Snowball.
Can't stand
Snowball.
that thing.
I have one
that
for my
thing
kid.
sounds
Yeah, he uses it
bad.
for school. He used to
Anyway,
for school.
yeah.
I
Let me
think
tell
know
you,
better though.
my
That's what-
my
yeah,
podcast clients, the earbuds, the wired old school earbuds, sound better than
Mm.
half of these microphones do. And I've had clients
Yes.
where we've sent them earbuds, say, look, you're gonna be on this podcast with this analyst or whatever. We're gonna send you some earbuds. And they'll go, oh no, I've got a snowball on my desk 5 feet away.
Mm.
I'll use that instead. I'm like,
That's the one
Please.
about to start raining on down. Huh?
Yeah, please, no
Yeah.
snowballs. Just tell them it's too hot for snowballs. Next time they say when they use it, no, it's too hot for snowballs. I'm sorry. That's
Sorry.
you didn't read the contract. You didn't see that? It says no. It says no snowballs. Very adamantly. It's actually bold and underlined and italicized.
But to
No,
be
no
honest,
snowballs or Blue Yetis.
they're selling because they're good promoters. That's what
That's
they're
it.
selling.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
they're
it.
good marketers.
I was talking to Cher. So when I got into the specialty coffee industry, I was with Caribou Coffee for a number of years, and the only reason, honestly, I firmly believe why Starbucks has beat us was beating us back then was
Yeah.
just because of scale, right?
Yeah.
I firmly believe Caribou Coffee has better coffee, better drinks, the whole 9 yards, but the scale of when
Anyone has better coffee than
Starbucks came
Starbucks,
out,
yeah.
they cornered the market. They started to tell you this is exactly what coffee should taste like, and it shouldn't, because the way that they roast the coffee, yada yada yada. I'm just saying, I'm a Starbucks drinker, but if there was a Caribou Coffee near me, I would be all day Caribou Coffee. But it's a matter of like who's first and then who's the biggest as well too.
Distribution.
Yeah. Oh, what's going on?
Caribou is good too.
100%. Caribou Coffee is better.
Nobody
100%.
who
Now.
really knows coffee is gonna tell you that Starbucks is good.
Yes.
I've never heard anybody ever say, "Oh, that Starbucks coffee is delicious." Never.
Yeah.
I do my own coffee.
You think-
Espresso from Puerto Rico, Yaucono, with an espresso machine. Not espresso machine, like an old school espresso, like this little.
Yeah.
And this little bit of coffee, it gives you a punch like for 5 hours.
Oh, dude, you got to try it. Yeah, try
Black.
espresso campana. Espresso campana. Put some vanilla, syrup, syrup in there first, and then your espresso, and then some whipped cream. Yo, I'm telling you right now, the thing is no joke. I think it's no joke. Do Doppio with two
talking on my Yeti.
two espresso
There you go.
shots. Yo, I used to live on that stuff. I used to live on that every time I go in one of the cafes. I'm like, I walk in, they have it ready for me, and
Nice.
just kill that thing. What is that? Who's it?
Steve,
We have a couple of
I
Caribou
gotta
coffee
run,
shops near
Steve.
me. Starbucks isn't good.
Thank you so much for letting me
All
know
right,
the
big guy.
conversation.
Absolutely.
Steve, Cher, Doc, good
Nice
meeting
to
you.
meet you, brother,
Thanks for
man.
having me on. And I hope to
It was
talk to you guys
great. It
again
was
soon.
fun.
Yes.
Right.
Well, I'm
Have a
going to
good night,
hang
my
up with
friend.
everybody. I'm going to hang up with
No,
them
we're just
too.
leaving you. We're all
Yeah,
ghosting
we're all
you.
just yeah. I don't care. No, I'm good.
Guys,
I am
take
good.
off.
Yeah,
Take off.
exactly. I've been trying to shut this
Bang
down for a
gay.
minute. Y'all
Bang
keep
gay.
talking, man. Y'all keep
Take
talking.
off.
Yeah.
Take care, guys.
All right, guys. I
Good night,
appreciate
brother.
you guys hanging out with me.
Yeah.
Have a great night. Have a great rest of your night. All right.
You
God
too.
bless.
Have a good one.
All right. Bye,
Thanks for being-
guys.
All right.